Well, there you are. You see the pretty cookies. That's because Valentine's Day is right around the corner. And traditionally, it's a time when a lot of marriage proposals go on. And Bruce Porter, here at the Resource Center, he's got some tips. I guess, financial questions. You need to make sure, in reality, you need to make sure that things are at least going to start on the right foot when it comes to finances.
It's one of the big reasons relationships don't last is because of this one issue. So yeah, I think we need to kind of focus on some things we should ask before we make the leap.
All right, let's run through the list now.
All right. Is your debt manageable? I think things you ask your future spouse, if you've got debt, is it manageable? Are the payments on time? If you're 6 months behind on your credit card payment and he scraped enough money together to buy you a ring and he's making payments on that, it's really not going to be good when they repo the ring.
And reality, nobody wants those kind of surprises when it comes to finances, and you may be newlyweds.
Right.
It's time for both sides really to just kind of open that book.
And I think the next one's a big deal. If they would consider bankruptcy when they're just taking a little bit of heat, what are they going to do when it really gets bad? You see, so I think that is too easy of a way out. I think people need to develop planning for money, planning for debt. Just because you have debt doesn't mean it's the end of the world. You can still have a very good relationship in a future, but you have to address the elephant in the room. We've got to get a handle on it right from the get-go and have a plan for taking out that debt strategically over a period of time.
Bankruptcy is a tool. It's there for a purpose. It's not there for a catch-all, is it?
No, you don't want to just go, oh, well, if I can't handle it, I'll just file bankruptcy.
Okay.
That's that type of attitude. I think that would cause me to pause.
Yeah.
If my future wife felt that way, I might pause a little bit.
Yeah.
Because that's not how I might feel.
Yeah.
I want to tackle it. I want to develop a plan. I want to sacrifice until I get my obligations taken care of. Now, if I'm saying, I think that would be more attractive than somebody that's just looking for a way to bail out.
But ladies need to ask these questions as well.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is a partnership kind of thing. You need to know where your partner stands on all of this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, when you're talking about would you rather invest in property or experiences? Well, some people they want to go do things. They don't necessarily, and I would agree, if you're a young married couple, maybe you don't buy a house yet. There's nothing wrong with leasing or renting, right? You got to look at the rates, you got to look at terms, you got to look at all this, and you got to look at the long-term obligation. Maybe you want to spend a little time together, do some traveling and do some things like that before you really tie yourself down and being strapped to taking care of a huge obligation like a property or something like that. If you've got bucket list and you're young and you want to check a few things off your bucket list, I think there's no better time than the present. When you get obligated, it's when we get frustrated that we don't have enough time to do things that we want to do.
Right.
It's because we're responsible and we know our obligations have to come first. So before you get obligated, you might consider that.
And it's been shown the greatest memories are experiences, not things.
Absolutely.
Things kind of go by the wayside. Experiences stay around
And
forever.
again, if you're young people and you're young in love and you want to experience some of that, I think you should first. There's always time to buy property and do those things.
That's true.
Pay yourself first at the start of the month. Base your monthly expenses on the remaining funds. I think that's just a good thing to live by. And if you're young and you're starting out and you're going together into this life's journey, I think those are the things that we need to discuss.
Also be smart about that first one. Pay yourself first. Don't make it the ridiculous chunk of your income.
It's biblical. Give yourself 10%, give the Lord 10%, spend 80 and you'll be wealthy. And if you do that from the very first paycheck you ever draw till the last paycheck you draw, you will have more than than you think.
Okay, now, people want more information at all you have to give. Of course, you have the QR code. You've got classes. You've got so many people that help people through different parts of finances. How do they get it?
882-1800, go on this, click on the QR code. You can see when our next workshops are. We have them every month in the evening and the afternoons, and it doesn't hurt just to sit down and chat. So
All
I
right.
would recommend you do that.
All right, let's offer them.
Here's to 2023 and a happy Valentine's to you.
And to you too.